on top of that, they have to show up to work and really like appease and handle like very impatient people who are traveling, and like stand up to this crowd every day, secure you know secure the airports every day, and make sure that everyone get on the flight safely, and make sure that there's no weapons or no bombs or anything, or no illegal contraband get on the flights, etc., etc., day in day out over the past 30 days, and these people are not being paid. Can you imagine being a TSA agent right now? Like, it is crazy. And on top of that, these people only make an average of like 50 grand a year. So these people really depend on their paychecks. I mean, every one of us depend on our paychecks, but like these people actually depend on their paychecks, man. Like, and they're not being paid for you know, over 30 days. This is crazy. Like, trust me, these people right now, I'm gonna say, these people right now are the real patriots of America right now. Yes, these TSA agents right now are the real patriots of America right now, because they are the ones who are securing the flights. They are the ones who are ensuring that each time you take a flight, you get on safely and you get off safely, because they ensure that everyone who get on these flights are not criminals, and they don't have guns and weapons and stuff to hurt you on the flight. And these people are hurting, man. I really feel it for these people. If I could really pay these people for the work that they're doing under these circumstances, I would do it, man. I would do it. I would do it. So whenever you're going through these airports across America today, or tomorrow, or within the next few days, please just do yourself a favor and do us all a favor and exercise some patience with these TSA agents, man, because I'm telling you, these people are heroes. They're not everyday folks. These people, time and time again, over the years, over months, like, whatever period, whatever whatever side decided going to shut down the government, they are always being hurt the most. TSA agents. That's why I take my hat off to them. They're the real heroes of America, man. TSA agents. They secure your flight and they make sure that everything is working good, and you're good to go. So I salute you guys, TSA agents out there. You know, but they're just being placed in this position over, you know, political nonsense and political shit show. That's what it is at this point. They're in this position because of all this political nonsense and political shit show that's going on today. With uh, from my point of view, I think the Democrats are uh, holding holding DHS hostage because they want to abolish ICE. They want to get rid of ICE, or they want to like defund ICE to a certain extent. So TSA agents are just caught up in the crossfire of this crazy situation. But one thing Trump did was he sent in immigration custom enforcement officers at these airports across the country. He told them, like, listen, guys, you got to take your mask off. It's not appropriate for you guys to be wearing masks in the airport. So do us a favor, take those masks off. And so he sent them to help out with the traffic situation and get the traffic flowing, and just help out these TSA agents, man, because they've been on it for over 30 days without getting a paycheck, man. So he sent them in to really do this, and as soon as he send them in, Democrats start to lose their shirt. They start they start panicking because they know the authority of ICE, and what ICE does is remove criminal aliens. But I don't think ICE first priority in these airports is to really go after anyone who is here illegally. But their first priority, as I would assume, is to really ensure that the smooth sailing of traffic and smooth sailing of people in the airports, and making sure that you can get to your flights securely, safely, and on time while you're traveling. So yeah, because until the Democrats decide they're gonna like vote to fund DHS and TSA agents, and get rid of this political nonsense, and stop trying to um, harm us all pretty much. Because like, listen, if something ever happened while TSA shut down, not TSA, not shut down per se, but while you know TSA is not funded and anything dramatic or traumatic happen, you know, the finger is going to be pointing on some people who are really holding this um, department hostage over politics. So as I said, man, I don't look at these politicians as nothing. Like, they, and the funny thing is, like, they're there collecting their paychecks and getting their money each week and getting paid or whatever period they get paid. And these people who are the real patriots and who are the real heroes of America, TSA agents, they're not getting paid. They are not getting paid. And these senators and these House of Representative members, they are getting their paid. They're getting their paychecks. So let's see what happens with if ICE is going to really make an impact in these airports and really help to secure these flights and help people to catch their flights faster and safer, and at least put the airport back in good working order. And the president said too, if needs be, he might send in a National Guard as well to help, because if Democrats can't put politics aside and fund the government and fund the DHS, listen, man, we got to do what we got to do. People need to travel back and forth to their destinations safely and securely, and that's what we got to do. But you know, I don't think it will ever get to the point where the president have to send in the National Guard across all the airports, the national, international airports across the country to help with the bottleneck situation. But yeah, this guy was sworn in today, Mark Wayne Mullins, and he made some promises that he's gonna do. So let's see what's up with that, and let's see how this is gonna actually turn out, and how it is gonna actually what's gonna happen. But yeah, man, as I said, guys, this is crazy. This is crazy. The airports are so jammed up, and what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Tell me what you guys think in the comments. What do you guys think, who's watching now? What do you think? You know, it's just a sad situation, man. It is a sad situation, and this is happening right under our noses. Like, everyone's so caught up watching what's going on, but this is my issue, right? This is my issue, guys. This is my solely issue. So most of the Democrats, they want to get rid of ICE. They want to abolish ICE, and they want to rein in the power of ICE, Immigration Custom Enforcement, which ICE really execute immigration and customs laws across the country, right? They want to get rid of that. They say, oh, hey, ICE, 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 this, ICE, that, ICE. Okay. They want to have ICE going. All right? Get it. I get that. They think that ICE was going on too much the other day, all across the country, snatching up people, da 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 da. But they don't understand that these people are just doing their jobs. From my point of view, people are just doing their jobs. They might not be doing it in a way that you like, but they're just doing their jobs. And why don't we, if they're gonna do it like that, if they want to get rid of that department, do it from a constitutional point of view. You see what I mean? where we have all branches of government vote on a policy or vote on a bill to get rid of ICE. Don't hold the government hostage because you want to get rid of ICE and ultimately affecting other departments that is fall under the Department of Homeland Security. You can't hold, and then in turn, it's gonna trickle down. It's a domino effect, oh, and hurt everyone else. Hurt that department, hurt people who are traveling, like slow the economy, slow this, slow that. No, that from my point of view, I don't think that's how you solve a problem. Or if you want to get rid of a department, if you want to abolish an department, vote on it. Let's vote on it. That's what democracy is all about. That's what I would thought democracy is all about. You vote on the policies. You vote on the situation. You vote on everything. You know what I mean? But no, you guys want to hold this, hold the government and hold the department hostage by not funding it, by voting not to fund it. You know what I mean? Like I don't. This is just nonsense. This is political nonsense, and it needs to stop. And it's gonna get to a point where, because it's so very often now the government is being shut down, or a department within the government being shut down. Very often now. It's like ever so often it's continuous shutdown. Like and it's gonna get to a point where something's gonna happen crazy, and you know, I think shutting down the government should be very much illegal. There should be nothing, even if they can't vote to fund a department or fund the entire government, there should be money set aside just to automatically fund everything, fund all the operations of the government. Because I think that even though the federal government is bloated it to a certain extent, I think that there should be money set aside to fund the essential parts of the government. And I think Homeland Security and DHS is and TSA is an essential part of the government today, due to the nature of the threats we get, and due to the nature of so many cool, crazy people running around here in America today who are so weak, who will really try to wreak havoc on others who are innocent, and they look for soft targets, which is airports and people traveling, just to unleash terror on them. So as a result, I think that TSA and DHS is an essential part of the government that, under no circumstances, should be ever shut down. There should be always continuous flow of money and funds to fund the operations of DHS and all the on all the other departments under the umbrella of DHS. So yeah, I really think that this is essential. Yeah, it is essential. So one true uh, person on the left that I really senator on the left that I really think that wants to really open this up, and like kick the political nonsense to the side, is Fetterman out of Pennsylvania. I think his name is John Fetterman, but he's a real straight up America first and no nonsense senator. Honestly, I really don't get it. Like I respect that man, and he want to get rid of this nonsense, man. The laws of the country is just the laws of the country, man. You know, get rid of this nonsense. Like, you know what I mean? But I don't understand, guys, why it's like this, and I would never understand because politics is corrupt as hell. People on the left, and it's not like I'm throwing the left under the bus, but it happens on the right too. Sometimes years ago, the right wouldn't vote in a bill and to shut down the government, and it was all a political drama. But you know, this just what this tells me too, guys. This just tells me that the government is too big. It is too big, and they're so many nuances that can really mess stuff up, and etc., etc. Uh, it's just, I think we just need to have a simple, straightforward federal government, and cut the fat, cut the bloating, cut everything, cut the nonsense departments, and I think things would be much easier. Things would be much easier. But these airport situations are ridiculous, man. There are massive amount of lines, and so on and so forth. So while you're traveling, just be on time for your flight, etc., etc., and just get there on time. That's all I gotta tell you. Get to your flight on time, because what's going on today at airports is crazy, and I don't see